Hello, everyone, and welcome to Firmly Planted Wellness Live. I am so glad that you are here. And today I have another amazing woman, Crystal Mcfadden, that you need to meet and hear from. But if this is the first time that you and I are meeting, my name is Lissa Figgins, and I am passionate about helping busy women, women leaders, women who are in any role that are always putting themselves in the back burner. And so I like to help them to prioritize their wellness with a simple plan so they can look, feel, and give their best. And today I have with me Crystal Mcfadden. Crystal is a professional counselor, a wife, a mom, a speaker, and a writer. And she is addressing wellness and resiliency. And I love the fact that, Crystal, you use a balance of brain and body science, also with biblical truth. So welcome, Crystal, to our show today. Tell us more a little bit about you and how you got to be doing what you're doing today.
Miss Lissa, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I appreciate it. Really, what I do is I am a helper. The thing that makes me stand out, I feel like we hear so many writers and speakers that say, hey, I'm here and I have a great story. And honestly, the thing that I do is I value everyone's story. I feel like no one out there has a journey that doesn't have nuggets of wisdom to offer. And so as a speaker and as a writer, I partner alongside event organizers, business owners, and see the value in you and what you're trying to accomplish and really come alongside to make that go further. I want to see you succeed because, as many of us women know, we're all helpers, but sometimes we don't know where to help. And so I found my help in watching other people's goals and sort of hearing that deeper meaning. What are you trying to accomplish? And pushing it forward.
I love that. I love that you are wanting to help come alongside people and not just, put your story out there. So I'm curious, did you experience a need for this in your life and business at one point and you didn't find it, or you did find solutions in someone who helped and said, I want to do this for other people? Like how did this come about for you?
I thought about why the need to partner up and help is so powerful. And what I realized was I come from genes that are saturated in paranoia and stubbornness.
What a
And
great
so
combination.
it's like this hard grind work ethic. I got this, and just you push, and the blinders are on. And they've missed out on so many opportunities to link arms. But when I left, I wanted to get out of Pittsburgh as fast as I could. So I joined the military. And what I learned was when you link arms with other people, you're stronger.
Hmm.
And I happened to be blessed with some really high ranking leaders who wanted to pour wisdom in my very hot mess of a self 18-year-old. And they really showed me sort of the beginning stages of finding mentors, learning from others, valuing our differences, and then putting that into practice in our own life so that it benefits us and the team simultaneously.
I love that because, the whole adage that we can go so far by ourselves, but when we go together, we can go so much farther, and really save time, exhaustion, and, maybe open up opportunities that wouldn't have been there if we weren't partnering with people. So maybe, if someone's listening right now and they're thinking, I probably, I'm doing more on my own than I should, or I would like to learn more about how to work with other people and how to really kind of make this flesh out in life or business or the things that they're doing as a mom and wife. What might be a couple of practical tips that you have that we could start doing, even today or in the next week or so?
Well, first, not so much a tip. Well, I guess the tip is awareness, but
Mm,
understanding that if you're finding yourself exhausted and doing too much, been there, I go in
right.
and out of there, we all do. It's like, no, 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 I got this. Or, oh, you're cutting the potatoes wrong. One,
We want to do it all ourselves, right?
yes, doing it ourselves and being defensive is exhausting.
Hmm.
It will wear us down. Holding up those walls is exhausting. And I get it. Vulnerability is terrifying.
Mm.
Like getting to know yourself it will wreck you at first. But when we finally realize who that beautiful person is created to be on the inside, the work and the tears and the sweat equity that we put into it emotionally, cognitively, spiritually, socially,
Hmm.
it goes into it. And so the practical tips that I wanted to encourage you to do And these are not lighthearted, but the first thing that you could do today, that you could do tomorrow, is know that we do not know all of ourselves.
Hmm.
We only know a portion of ourselves, and that's the part of ourselves that we tell it. If we're talking terrible about ourselves, that's the person that we know. Um, Everyone else is, you're beautiful, you're kind, you're so funny. We don't know that because we're telling
Right.
ourselves that we're not enough, wherever that area is. So the first thing is being aware that we don't know all of us,
Hmm.
and that takes work. And so the first part is just know that this is what I know about me. And you can start to make a list. You can sit down, grab a sticky, and say, who am I? And begin to develop that list. Whether you like the words that come out or not, develop the list, be raw. And then each day, build that list a little bit more. The next thing is look around. Who else knows you?
Hmm.
Who are your touch points? We're all distanced in some way. So maybe the only exposure you have is the drama llamas on social media that are wailing about this or complaining about this. If you have a bunch of negative Nancys and Nathans in your life, for the love of Pete, unfollow them.
Right. Exactly.
Because if you're working on you and you're trying to speak life and they're bringing more negativity, I'm not saying that there aren't bad, horrible, crappy, chaotic things that happen. I am all about walking through the mess. But the tangible thing is, if you get triggered by the same person every day on social media, in
Hmm.
person, in your neighborhood, at your workplace, there needs to be some level of distance created. And that can be done with a talk with a professional, a healthy friend, a mentor, or just reaching out. I'm always open to giving suggestions. And Lisa, I know you are too. Just how do we do this? And really appreciating the differences, knowing that all of us are different, whether it's personally or professionally. And by being different, in our headspace, our emotional space, our experiences, our services, that brings strength. It doesn't bring weakness. That
Right.
brings unity. It doesn't bring division. And when we can learn more about ourselves, if we can look around us and consider that surrounding energy space and the surrounding words and actions and conduct and lifestyle and goal mindset, and then we can appreciate the differences, it can really begin to turn around. And what I would do is I would take each of those steps and do one for a week,
Hmm.
add the next one the second week, and on the third week, begin that appreciation. Because
And I like how it comes back to that awareness, because sometimes we're good for a while and then it's like we have to go back, right? And we all of a
yes,
sudden we find we're telling ourselves those what I call red light stories, right? Those things that, a story we tell ourselves, whether it's true, it's something we make up. So we have a choice as to what we tell ourselves and sometimes need to revisit that. So I'm sure that I know you have tons of wisdom and we could talk all day long about these things, but I know you have something to offer our audience. And then if somebody's listening right now and would like to get in touch with you or find out more about your speaking and your books and things like that, how can they get in touch with you as well?
fantastic. So there will be a link in the comments that you can look at, and that will bring you to this offer. I recently had the opportunity to be together with 30 other authors in a story poem anthology. And the offer is you're getting $4 off. Essentially, you don't get to pay shipping. You pay $12 for this book, and you get the wisdom and stories to let you know that you're not alone in
Love
this
that.
journey. We
Love
all
that.
go through something, and there's stories. The other offer is a no cost consultation for those of you who are putting together events
Mm,
or wanting to pour into your team. Sometimes you don't know that speaker that you want to hire, and you don't know what the event should look like to really give the best to your audience. I do not mind offering a 30-minute consultation to your listeners and
that,
say, this is us. Like,
thank
let's see
you.
what we could do.
And sometimes it takes talking with someone, right? So thank you for your generosity in sharing that. And my passion is on the wellness side as well as in how we're living life and things that are related to income coming into our homes as well as how we're spending our time. So I'm offering a free consultation as well, just to talk about before the end of the year where we are and where we want to be as we go into a new one. So many great resources. Thank you so much, Crystal, for sharing with us today. Everyone, make sure you go take advantage of those free resources and offers in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time.